Excellency Dr. Jemal Beker Abdula, Ambassador of the Federal Democratic Republic Ethiopia, and Consul General Mr. Ibrahim Tawab, and BMG Chairman Zubair Motiwala, and my office bearer Mr. Arfeen, Senior Vice President, and Faisal Khalil, Vice President, members of KCCI, members committee, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum, and a very warm welcome to all. It is both an honor and a pleasure to welcome His Excellency Dr. Jemal Beker Abdula, Ambassador of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, to the Karachi Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Your visit presents an excellent opportunity to exchange views on matters of mutual interest and explore avenues for enhancing trade and investment between our two countries. Let me begin with a brief introduction to the Karachi Chamber of Commerce and Industry before I share my views on the trade and economic relations between Pakistan and Ethiopia. The Karachi Chamber holds the honor of being the largest chamber in Pakistan, representing a strong membership base of over 55,000 direct and indirect members. Additionally, more than 500,000 taxpayers fall under KCCI's umbrella through its members' firms, and all 7 major industrial town associations of Karachi are proudly affiliated with this chamber. KCCI, a vital stakeholder of business and industrial community, acts as a strong bridge between foreign mission, government, and diplomatic engagements. Ethiopia is truly one of the world's most fascinating countries, where ancient civilization, deep-rooted faith, and rich traditions unite beautifully. With its sustained high economic growth, Ethiopia has emerged as one of Africa's most inspiring success stories.
And I believe his visit would definitely bring fruits for both the economies of Pakistan and of Ethiopia. Because today, as we see today, and as I speak, we are in great trade deficit. Ethiopia exports much more than what we do, and that mainly because of soya bean and other. There are other items which are there, and they have been importing quite a big amount of soya bean. So it is, and our exports are very meager, for $4.5 million, which are nothing, I mean, compared to Pakistan's potential. Now, why I'm saying this is, Excellency, that this speaks volume, that the relationship between the two countries, bilateral relationship, economic relationship, trade relationships, need to be strengthened further. So that needs to be further strengthened. And Pakistan, of course, it's the 4.5 million figure, I understand. It is because of the third country exports also. It is a lower figure. But still, I mean, it's the current account surplus is in favor of Ethiopia. We are glad we are brothers. I mean, if it's surplus, you can export more, you're exporting more. But I think that Pakistan needs to gear up and see that Ethiopia is a growing market. I've been to Ethiopia, and it's a wonderful country. And it has got historical ties. And the best thing about is that Ethiopia is perhaps the only country which has been never captured by any enemy. Never in the history of the mankind. So it's always been, a free country, and they've been there. And Najashi, King Najashi, is buried there in Ethiopia. And that also, and the many Sahaba Ikrams, the companions of the Prophet ﷺ, graves are there in Ethiopia. It's worth seeing. I've been there, and it's really inspiring and they've maintained it very nicely. That conflict with their own half of the country and this country, they've got port problem, but they're resolving it through Djibouti, and they are in the process of again restarting the port in Ethiopia as well. So I think all these things are there. What we can export there? We can export there textiles. We can export rice in much more quantity, and we can export many other items. And we can have a very good reciprocal system of boosting the agriculture produce in both the countries. We have got expertise in some, and they've got expertise in so many. So that we can, we can utilize that expertise, and we can see that how we can increase our per hectare yield. How they are using water very efficiently. Whether in Pakistan, we are not using efficient water. We don't have any water efficiency program. We are wasting water like anything. Our per hectare yield is almost 2.5 times lower than Ethiopia. So how they are doing it? Because they have got they're water scarce country, Ethiopia is. But still, they're feeding their population by actually getting into expertise of how to do it. And that is drip irrigation, American sprinklers, and sowing systems, and then harvesting and early harvesting and green harvesters. They're doing everything there in Ethiopia. It's a small population. But when I went there, I was telling the Excellency and the ministers there that I wonder that your figures tell us that you are a deficit country, and you have a deficit budget every year. How come this progress is going on? How come the roads are being built? How come the roads are being built? The bridges are being built? What is happening? And the Excellency, before the minister answers, he answered, "Look at the magic. Our president has got the magic to see that without money also we can build." But now president has to see, and I'll ask Javed Sahab to study this model. Whenever you are speaking to so many places, we've got enough money and our roads are in a shambles condition. They are building roads with a deficit account, and still they're doing it. So that needs to be studied as a case study for our research department, that how these people are doing it, what is the magic behind it, and how we can learn from them. Because it's a learning curve. We will learn from Ethiopia, Ethiopia will learn from us. That's how the two-way traffic goes on. And our friendly relationship between the two countries are historical also. We've got a long-term relationship, and we have been, we have been allies in many of those international forums and international pacts which we have been doing it. So that's where Ethiopia is, and I think that when you go to Ethiopia, you will find it a very nice place. It's somewhat like Karachi suburbs, and somewhat like, it's there. People are very friendly. They are keen to buy our footwear, our carpets, and so many other things. So I think these things needs to be looked into, and how we can improve this. And for this purpose, they are having an exhibition. Actually, Pakistan is going, and TDAP and the Commerce Ministry has organized a single country exhibition in Ethiopia. And that would be the 5th Pakistan's Africa Look policy under the Look Africa policy. This is the 5th in series. We are in South Africa, we are in Egypt, we are in Kenya, and now it is Ethiopia where the Pakistan is going. So I would request that do participate in this, because TDAP also subsidize these trips also, and they give you some kind of a comfort also in terms of taking your goods there to Ethiopia, and then participating into it. They give it you at the concession rates in the exhibition hall as well. So I think that that area we must explore, and Excellency would further explain to this. He's here to extend the invitation to all of you to participate, and not all of you sitting in this hall, but our members as a whole. And I would request the President Karachi Chamber to circulate this in our economic horizon, that this exhibition is going to be held, and those who want to participate.
Ethiopia is an import-based economy, and this is where the key is that Pakistan needs a market in Africa, and Pakistan needs to diversify from its current export markets. Looking at the global trade and global dynamics with the tariffs on US, whether it happens, whether the tariffs are in place or not, but I think it's a reality check for all of us that we need to think about other destinations, other options, and Africa is the future. If we just talk about Ethiopia and East Africa with Sudan, Eritrea, Djibouti, South Sudan, they together represent a population of over 200 million. And these countries look to Ethiopia as a hub. And we in Pakistan must look at this region as the next frontier of opportunity. From our world-renowned textiles apparel manufacturers to our growing pharmaceutical industry and skilled engineering firms, we have the products, the expertise, and the pricing to be competitive. The exhibition in Addis Ababa is your chance to take the first step, to exhibit, to explore, to engage, to meet buyers, partners, government officials, and most importantly, to understand the market from the ground up. I strongly believe that there is no substitute for being present. So, as the Honorary Consul General of Ethiopia in Karachi, I assure you that you will have our full support before, during, and after the exhibition. Our goal is not just to facilitate trade, but to build long-term partnerships.
This first time we interact, although I've come many times, but I like to congratulate you for your brevity, straightforward, and taking this Karachi chamber forward, closer and protecting the interests of this chamber. I think for those of you who doesn't know, Zubair has said, Ibrahim has said, some of you have said, what is Ethiopia and currently where are we and where are our relationship with Pakistan? I just give you a brief overview of Ethiopia. Ethiopia's, Zubair Motiwala said, it's never been colonized. It's a land of free people. We have fought wars and we never be. You know, the Ethiopians, something is in us. That is the equality and justice at global level, be it at home, be it with the rest of Africa. So we have fought and we're for the freedom of our people and the freedom of Africa and the freedom of the globe. We are the highest peace contributing country along with Pakistan to save the international peace and security. This basically emanates from the way we look at the world and the partnership we are looking at this moment in time with Pakistan. So Ethiopia is also a land of origin of humankind. We believe all humans trace back from Ethiopia. The archaeologist of America who was found in 74, Ethiopia is a land of human fossil, where the complete human fossil was found 3.2 million years of age. So it is that we believe in, and also it is a land of King Najashi and Bilal Habshi, where the first hijras in Islam was held toward Ethiopia. Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, go to Ethiopia, where there is just king, where there is no persecution and fear for your religion. It's a land of justice. Ethiopia never failed. Since then, it is in our blood, and we struggle to ensure justice and peace at global level. That emanates from there. So we are also the highest, tourist visiting country last year. After COVID, in Africa, 40% increase in tourists is in Ethiopia, if you see. Because one is peace, second is also a tourist destination was well built by our Prime Minister. It's called a Prime Minister for Ambassador of IGAD for Tourism. Our Prime Minister has developed a very amazing. You will see when you go to Ethiopia, the palace, Excellency, it was not inaugurated at that time. When you go in, you see the Ethiopian civilization in that palace. The car, the model that you find never on, in another.
I visited the palace.
You visited the palace, so you can see. So it was very amazing place for tourists even, not alone for business, just for game. But for tourists also it offers worthy visiting. So what is our relation? Currently, we're doing closely, almost close to 70 years of diplomatic relation with Pakistan, and we have been cooperating globally on the climate change, peace and security, terrorism, and these are very coming close together. Our country supports Look and Engage Africa policy, and we need Africa look for partnership, no colony. We don't want a country, Africa to be also learning from others, so that we want to establish partnerships that will based on mutual respect and mutual interests. So we really appreciate and acknowledge the government of Pakistan for Look Africa and Engage Africa timely policy. We said then enter and operate in Africa through Ethiopia. Ethiopia is a gateway to Africa. It is the second largest market, Mercato, And also we are establishing, now Ethiopia is no more landlocked. It is land-linked, actually. It's not landlocked. We are land-linked. It is, Djibouti we use for almost 95%. We have the, railway that connects us from through BRI. Gwadar port is very close to us. Karachi port, 2 days navigating from here by sea. And then you can reach, Djibouti. And then within 24 hours you can clear your product. Or we have also a dry port directly from here to dry port also. We have almost 6-7 dry ports actually. Mojo is one of those. One of those, very close. So we have no issue of, logistic. Ethiopia is connecting. We have the fastest, train that connects Djibouti and Ethiopia, which is 6 hours, between Djibouti and Addis Ababa. So there is no issue in that. I think during single country we have the cultural show by Pakistan, organizer. There is a good show. The second day we are going to host all delegates on our coast. This is to show that the love and care for Pakistan. This is a time for you. You lose nothing. The price for Ethiopian Airlines is one of the cheapest. Hotel is cheap. You enjoy, you come back. So at least you assess the market. You research the market. You connect with the opportunity. All the African who came there, difficult for you to go to Kenya maybe, Rwanda maybe, but they are there now. Nigeria, all of them they are there. So you will find potential networking. I kindly invite you all, Mr. President. Zubair had this last time. This time I kindly request you to lead the delegation with your brevity. Bring the potential people with you to set the land and connect the opportunities together. Pakistan-Ethiopia relation, Dandabad. Thank you.